thank you so much for coming. We still have cake, in case you haven't had any. Please get a slice. We invite you to step back into the barn if you want to take one more look at the art. Don't rush. Hang out with us for a little while. Again, we thank you for coming. We hope you come again. Have a wonderful evening.
This was an amazing event. Beautiful, beautiful event. Everyone had a wonderful time. The music was on point. The sound was great. The look was great. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everyone had a wonderful time. So this is the first intimate session. We're going to have another one next week, which will feature R&B. So stay tuned. Come back next week. All right.
Peace out.
Y'all don't know what's about to happen. We're about to get crazy on the stage. If y'all not here, y'all gonna see about it. Y'all gonna be mad about it because you wasn't here. We gonna have some fun. We're about to turn up. Isn't that right there?
There you go.
It's about to go down.
That's what I'm talking about.
What?
I thought you had to pour it in. Oh, you did.
I already poured it in, but you want to light the wick so that when you light it, it's not dry. It's wet. Okay. You want to make sure. This is leftover from years ago. This is out of season, so you can't pick it up in the store. So I had this left over in the barn.
Enough?
I'm going to be very, very judicious because I have another bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Don't be on tape. Oh, they said you can go set up now. Yeah. Oh, you want it? All right. Here we go.
If you want, you can like put that tea back there behind you.
Oh, behind there, just take it just for you. Just hide it. Okay. How you doing tonight? Awesome, thank you.
I'm gonna light them now.
Welcome to Wellspring Manor and Spa. We are about to enjoy an evening of jazz music featuring Marcus Young. As we prepare, we're going to set the ambiance with the tiki torches. And Wellspring Manor is a beautiful 5-suite bed and breakfast here in Upper Marlboro, Prince George's County. We all are trying to get acclimated to COVID-19 and we just want to get back out to live music. And so that's what we want to do tonight.
Hi, I'm with Wellspring. My name is Lisa. Welcome.
And so we have the band set up, we have the pool in the background, and we are about to have a good time. So as you can see, the serene atmosphere, my lovely wife Lisa, she is the brainchild of this wonderful event, intimate expression.
Hi there, good evening. We're really excited about tonight. It's going to be beautiful. So many of us are craving for some intimacy, some real music, some connection with people. This is it, and of course in a COVID-safe way. So we're excited.
That's right.
And we're looking forward to tonight. Okay, gotta go.
Okay.
Wonderful.
That's it. Follow me.
I am Tommy.
Tommy, how are you?
Therapist, the artist that Lisa told you about. I said, Lisa, you know I'm shy. Don't make me go and ask for people. But
So we call this musical series, Intimate in Jazz, Intimate Expressions in Jazz, featuring Marcus Young. Marcus Young is going to be performing tonight, and we're just excited to have everybody come back out and enjoy the weather, enjoy intimate expressions, but in a safe way.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
Can we roll a red?
So we want you to just stick around with us, enjoy the music, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the vibe, enjoy each other. As you can see, we are socially distancing, and I think we'll have a wonderful time. Stick around. The performance will start at 7 o'clock, and we'll also have question and answers with our featured artist, Marcus Young, this evening.
And the whole idea is to create an evening of intimacy through music. So this evening, you're going to hear some music, but you're also going to have a chance to hear the story of our artists. So you'll get a chance to ask them a few questions in the middle of the performance. So we'll have 2 sets and some questions in the middle. Just a little bit about the property before we get into the program. You are on the property of Wellspring Manor and Spa. This is my husband, Kevin Alexander. He's the co-owner with me. Together we run the property. Due to COVID, we have suspended operations, and we're hoping to resume operations sometime early in the new year. So like all small businesses, we just ask that you keep us in your thoughts and help us get through this season. On the property, we're on 7 acres. Can you believe it? In the middle of Upper Marlboro. So if you look that way, that's the property. If you look that way, that's the property. If you look this way, you all came in this way. But all around here, 7.35 acres is where we are. We purchased this property a few years ago, and believe it or not, it had been abandoned for many, many years. And when we bought it, we brought it back to life because we saw it as an opportunity to bring a beautiful destination and experience to people right here in Prince George's County. We believe we deserve excellence as a people, and we decided that we were going to put our resources together to do just that. And so when Wellspring is operational, it is a bed and breakfast, it's an art gallery, it's a spa, it's an experience for restoration, relaxation, and rejuvenation. In the barn, there's some brochures about who we are. If you want to go online, we're at wellspringmanor.com. We're going to encourage you tonight, if you're on social media, to check in. Let people know you're here. Let them know you had a beautiful evening, if that in fact was your experience, so that people understand what's possible. I don't know about you, I've never been to a candlelight concert, so this is my first one too. And I'm excited about the evening, okay? So we're just really glad that you're here. My husband disappeared, okay.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Kevin Alexander, and I own this beautiful property along with my wife, Lisa. Give a hand to Lisa. Lisa, give her a hand. So as Lisa mentioned, the Prince George's Cultural Arts Foundation is a foundation that was founded 10 years ago, actually 11 years ago, and our cornerstone event is the Lake Arbor Jazz Festival. How many of you have either been to the festival, know about the festival? Great, great, great. Well, then you know that because of COVID-19, we had to postpone this year's festival to 2021. And so we were able to keep the same lineup, the same events, the same venues. We just shifted it out 1 year to 2021, the second weekend in July. So this would have been our 11th year, the 11th annual Lake Arbor Jazz Festival. So we are praying that we can get through COVID, we can get through coronavirus, we can get through this pandemic, and we can return to live music. Okay, is that okay with you guys? We want to return to live music. So again, we want you to support live music, live jazz, and also we want you to support the arts in Prince George's County. because the Prince George's Cultural Arts Foundation supports the arts in Prince George's County and abroad. So thank you for your support. And now I would like to introduce a gentleman who is really no stranger to Lake Arbor Jazz. He actually was one of the first artists that we had to grace our stage, Mr. MarcusYoung.com. This brother was baptized in music. He brings his talent to not only the DMV, but the region as a whole, playing with some of the greatest musicians in the area. You've seen him, you've heard him. He's a vocalist, he's a pianist, he's a music composer, producer, writer, and he is a minister of music. Give it up for the band and Mr. Marcus.
I said, mother, mother, there's far too many of you crying. I say, brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know that we've gotta find a way to bring some love in here today. To get lights, to get signs, don't you punish me with brutality. Come on and talk to me, so you can see that what is going, what's going on.
Don, you want me?
Both of you.
Get Don first.
Hey, Don.
Excellent show. Excellent show. Atmosphere is wonderful. You couldn't ask for a better drop back with the manner. And Kevin and Lisa doing a wonderful job.
Thank you very much. Good stuff.
Come
Good
back.
stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Good stuff.
I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy the creativity. I enjoy what Kevin brings to the black community. I love the Prince George's County. What's being a pandemic, it relieves some of the pressure and stress of knowing that we're in a pandemic. And it's taking us back in time. Thank you all. Thank you. God bless you all. Continue to do what you do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
From the man himself.
Yes, sir.
We out here.
I'm gonna get you anyway.
Get me anywhere. Wellspring put on the best events. You can't go wrong when you come to a Wellspring. Smooth jazz, R&B, gospel. Go to the website.
Sound like an advertisement to me.
That way. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
much for being here. One of the things we wanted to do is not just have people experience your music, but have an intimate experience with you. So what we want to do is take just a couple of minutes away from the music and understand who Marcus the musician is. And so I'm going to walk around with this mic, and we're going to take a few questions so the audience can know who you are. So we'll start on this side. It's intimate expressions, y'all. Intimate. All right, any questions over here? Any questions over here?
Two questions. The first question is, how long have the band been together? The second question, where are you guys from?
Oh, great question. So the band has been together. I might have started doing this, I would say in about, I graduated high school, right after that, when I got to college. So from about 2002. About 2002 is when I started. And we're all local. We're all local. I grew up right in Fort Washington, Maryland. Allentown Road, so yeah, down the street. And all the band members, they're all local. So yeah, we're all right here at DMV.
Any other questions? Who's next?
What's your genre of music? Diversified or specific?
Sure. So I would like to say that definitely a diverse. But everything has kind of like a jazzy undertone to it. But I can do anything from like, reggae, soca, calypso, dance music, anything, jazz, gospel, all of it. But jazz is really my thing. So even in all the different genres you'll hear me do, you'll always hear like the jazz undertone. Yeah.
So who are the artists that inspire you?
Artists that inspire me. Well, I just did a Frank Sinatra tune. I love Frank Sinatra. He's just as good a singer as he tells jokes. And if you ever listen to any of his albums. But keyboard players, I love like Oscar Peterson, Chick Corea, a lot of great bands out, a lot of great jazz musicians I listen to. Of course, like Coltrane, saxophone. So yeah. And I like even some of the new stuff out there Robert Glasper is doing. I love what he's doing. So yeah.
That last song that you sang, it was fantastic. I really felt that. Was that an original? Did you write that, or is that maybe a cover? Was it? Oh, Sinatra. Is that one?
Yeah, that was, Fly Me to the Moon. Yeah, that's how I sang it. I wish I would have wrote that. I would be on the moon. Yeah, thank you, yo. Thank you.
I'll take a couple more. Question over here.
How do you master so many songs across the various genres? I've seen you play go-go, gospel, jazz, R&B. It's such a wide catalog. How do you just keep so tight with it every performance?
Well, that's a good question. My memory is full of music, so if you ask me something that has nothing to do with music, I'll probably forget or don't know. So I got to fill my mind up with all songs. My father's a music teacher, so from when I was a kid, he listened to everything, like songs that weren't even in English. I didn't know what they were saying, but I liked the music. So it just started from the beginning with my father kind of, as they said, baptized in music from the beginning. So it's just in me. I love music. I love listening to music, playing music, all of that.
Any other questions?
So I heard you say you got together in 2002, so the bass player looks like he wasn't born before. So my question is actually for him. How did you come to be a part of the band? You're such a young man and playing with these experienced guys, and how have they influenced you in your music?
How did I become a part of the band? I met Marcus. He said something my age first.
surprisingly, I'm not too far behind these guys in age. I just look young, so I appreciate that. Drink plenty of water. But it was just seeing him at different shows, and he had an opportunity where he needed a fill-in bass player, and I was ready. And since playing, he's also helped the influence with these guys to learn a lot more music, have a broader musical vocabulary.
So I wanted to know, it's hard to categorize sometimes your favorite song, but of the moment, what might be your favorite song and what makes it special to you?
Oh, that's an easy answer. What's Going On is probably my favorite song right now. Just because of everything that's happening in the world today, I definitely think that it's a song that goes way far beyond the time when it was written, but it's even relevant here today. And even with Marvin Gaye, you know, Washingtonian, I love that song.
Marcus, you know I love your music. Question for you. With COVID-19, it's just impacting everybody, particularly the music industry, the music world. What are you doing to bide your time, and what are you doing now that you basically are laid off for a while musically?
Right. So, I have a 4-month-old who keeps me busy. Yeah, so I had a baby in the pandemic. So. Listen, that's what I do. With my wife, you know. Yeah, so that worked out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for entertaining our questions. Tell us what your social media handles are so people can follow you. And if you haven't done so already, we're going to invite you to check in on Facebook or Instagram so that folks know that you're here. Take a couple of pictures because we want you to share this experience with them. But what are your social media handles? How can people follow you?
Sure. So the best way to follow me is on the website. I'm currently not on like Instagram or Facebook. I'm taking a break from social media. But you can follow me on the website. It's just MrMarcusYoung.com, also MrMarcusYoung.net. And if you just Google Mr. Marcus Young, I'll pop up. So that's the best way.
Okay, we're going to get back to the music. This is a short performance this evening, so we don't want to take too much time away from the music, but we'll turn it back to you, Marcus. And enjoy the second half, y'all.